shades on, cause your eyes tell secrets. They gon' always find a way. I be trying to play it safe, that don't ever be the case. She can see it in my face, her friend done been up in my space. I don't know what I can say, okay. All these bitches on me. Get into the bag, know the trap stay open. All these bitches on me, yeah. Get into the bag, I ain't mad, they know this. All these bitches on me. She belong to the streets, but these niggas be bogus. All these bitches on me. Still got bitches on me. Still on that get back, still got work like a bid, it's a wrist slap, oh yeah. Needed I get that, fucking up bread, get a bitch nigga kidnapped, oh yeah. Henny my cup, the Glock by my side, met one in the bar, got two in the ride. She pull out the watch, she loose with the vibe, but she so improved when I me provide. She hit the water fountain on the live, if she drive a boat, she get a DUI. Pill pop, I don't think it's prescribed. Light and dark, that just isn't advised. Ain't tripping on fees, down bad, they was shitting on me. Jewels, they chillin' on me. Telling bad bitches come sit it on me. All of my views will make it to the story. Don't tell me about any nigga from before me. Them niggas you in the club with is corny. Them niggas you bitches bumpin' always bore me, yeah. She throw a sub, I let her get upset. I know she won't ignore me. She get a new nigga, I don't get upset, she can't afford me. Still I'm OB till I'm in the dirt, no need to believe me. But all of the doubt just turn to surprise, you making it easier. For being famous, the pussy coming cause it know where to reach me. I'm wherever all the breach be. Can't lie, still got bitches on me. iPhone lay face down for a reason. I already hit it if she hitting on me. Black shades on cause your eyes tell secrets. They gon' always find a way. I be trying to play it safe, that don't ever be the case. She can see it in my face, her friend done been up in my space. I don't know what I can say, okay. All these bitches on me. Get into the bag, know the trap stay open. All these bitches on me, yeah. Get into the bag, I ain't mad, they know this. All these bitches on me. She belong to the streets, but these niggas be bogus. All these bitches on me. Still got bitches on me.
Still got these hoes on me, had to keep my little ass to the side. Cause I can't pick and choose, can't decide. I need like 4 bitches with some thick thighs. Only 5 women make my dick ride. This bitch fly, she switch sides. They smoke on the gas at me here from the side. Had to tell her calm down, she was screaming the grace. Had to tell her goodbye. Slide to the bros, that's one of mine. They don't want taking your life. Fuck all that fame shit, I never change. Splitting time between women, they like. Count all these racks, still on that same shit. And then no one take me a flight. I need a bad Costa Rican vibe. I'm on the next flight tonight. She threw it to me on the first night. I might just wipe this hoe, oh my. Maybe that shit was a typo, oh my. I cannot wife, oh no my. In a bank, get a bankroll, oh my. Just to make sure that cash flow, alright. Look at this pocket, they look so damn light. Better make sure your cash flow, alright. And I need that ice shining on my wrist, it's a glacier. She seen all the ice shining, now she want me to date her. Had to tell the whole see you later, think she want me to chase her. And I can't let my other bitch got a whole lot of flavor.
Still got bitches on me. iPhone lay face down for a reason. I already hit it if she hitting on me. Black shades on cause your eyes tell secrets. They gon' always find a way. I be trying to play it safe, that don't ever be the case. She can see it in my face, her friend done been up in my space. I don't know what I can say, okay. All these bitches on me. Get into the bag, know the trap stay open. All these bitches on me, yeah. Get into the bag, I ain't mad, they know this. All these bitches on me. She belong to the streets, but these niggas be bogus. All these bitches on me. Still got bitches on me.
Check, 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 check. Check, 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 check. What up, what up, what up, though? What up, what up, what up, though? It's your boy, Ham Van Dam. We are back once again with another episode of the Knicks in 6 podcast. Brought to you by the beautiful folks over at the Smooth Family Network. Cha-cha-cha. You can follow us everywhere at Knicks in 6 Pod. You can follow me everywhere at Frostman Guru. You can follow the network everywhere at Smooth Family ENT. So as you already know, and I already know, we are joined once again by the great, the incomparable, the czar, Mr. Sean Harris. You already know, back in the building. Yes, indeed. Let me unmute you. Let them know what's up, bro.
How you doing, everybody? Yo, I'm ready for this to be over. Can I complain real quick about something?
Please.
The NBA season too long. we need to just get to the playoffs. I'm already stressed. I can't do this for too long. Come on, man. Let's get started.
Let's go. Like I said, my man Sean, once again, he will find you. He's tired. He's ready for the season to be
Yeah, I don't
over.
think y'all need to follow me. We don't really find each other yet, but the season's about to start, and we're gonna be going back and forth a lot. So I'm going to get something. We can do this.
We can do this.
We can do this. We can do this.
All right. So let's get into it, man. It's the preseason special. Man. So the preseason, as y'all know, is not as important as the regular season, obviously, but somehow, some way, the NBA decided that they would harp on the hearts and minds of millions of fans and treat them to 5 meaningless games. It used to be 8.
Yeah, yo,
and
poor
market
Clyde.
and market it as, getting ready for the season. I've
Right.
never been a fan of preseason games. This is actually the first preseason special we've ever done, to be honest with you. But I feel
And
like
I watch every preseason game usually every year because I feel opposite. I need the preseason. I need the preseason. Before we go out there and embarrass ourselves on national TV, let me see if we stink first. Let me let me just know how to trash talk for for the beginning of the season.
And that's real. And that's super real, right? So we got the preseason. How do we look so far? The Knicks finished up the preseason yesterday with a loss, but go 4-1 overall.
We basically won.
We sat captain, my captain, down for
Yeah,
the fourth quarter, and let the end of the bench basically handle the end of the score. But I don't think that this conversation is geared towards how do we do in the preseason. The score doesn't really matter. It's more so what's the feeling. You get what I'm saying? What's the feeling that we walk
Sometimes
into the regular season in? And I feel like you said, you are more, I would say, committed to
the preseason.
To the preseason.
I'm more committed
process.
to the preseason.
Yes. There we go.
Yeah.
So I feel like you are better versed to tell us what are we looking at here? What are we looking at here?
Yo, first and foremost, don't let anybody take away the fact that our bench that we are not sure about at all, with all good reasons, did beat LaMelo Ball. I watched that. Did y'all watch that? I just want to go back to the time of when we were supposed to trade everything that we had for LaMelo. How is that looking? He's great and all still, but once again, our bench and our bench's bench, because that's what Tibbs rolled out when we went against the Hornets. Our bench's bench, and everybody looked good out there. That's one of those games where the amount of points you score does matter.
Mm-hmm.
We needed to. We beat them. Mm-hmm. That matters when you beat the starting 5 with your bench's bench. So I don't want to completely throw away. Yeah, I don't want to throw away. They beat an NBA team.
Legit.
All right. So when we go further on and we talk about some of these guys who played that are the bench's bench, who are trying to make your argument to be a part of the bench, you have to understand where it's rooted from. They show they got game. We have more pieces than we have more interesting assets than I gave credit for last time. I could have swore one of those was just an immediate trade bait and may still end up being one by the trade deadline.
Real.
But we have some good looking pieces. Everyone loves Kolick in his game. I've heard some slightly ridiculous comparisons. Someone said white chocolate. I saw this in a group. That's almost Knicks for clicks worthy to me.
White chocolate
To
is
call
crazy.
him Jason Wilson? Yeah, you can't call him Jason Wilson.
I have a much worse one that I came up with specifically. You're gonna hate it.
Oh, you came up with it. So this hate back is gonna be personal. All right.
I'm not gonna lie. This is my first hot take of the season.
Okay.
Kolik Achua. Nash Stoudemire. Nash Stoudemire. I see it.
Oh, yeah. I did see you say that in the rundown. Yeah, my brain completely skipped over you saying that in the rundown. I didn't spend no time.
I love it. I'm here for. I am Kolik Hive. I will lie to you.
I know. That's fair.
That Tyler Kolik has done this preseason that has moved me off my strong take that Kolik Hive is here. That brother is good. He don't play defense. Let's be clear. He tries. No. He tries. He tries to play defense. He don't play it well. But the offense, listen.
Yeah.
Listen.
He has touch. He has feel. He has finesse.
The feel is what it is. You know what it is with Tyler Kolik? Not to go off on a tangent. We're going to talk about him a little later. But
hey, tangent away.
He, like, his feel for the game, feel is a different thing for me. Like, I'm not going to lie to you. Like, when it looks like you know how to play basketball, it's like, I kind of trust you. And that's, I feel like this is where me and Tibbs is like Eskimo brothers, for lack of a better term. Like, when it comes to feel the game, pause. Like, it's like, bro. It's like, bro. That nigga looks
It's valid, though.
He looks playing basketball. And that's my whole point on feel. And I think that within the preseason, he has done nothing to sway me from that.
Right.
There's been moments from everybody, and like I said, this is my first year I've actually watched preseason games.
Cared about
preseason at length, and I'll say like I'll watch like first one to about halftime. I'll watch like like just to give me a little sense of like, all right, we shitty or we not shitty. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, what am I looking forward to? What am I looking forward to when it comes to like?
Dog, I am sure I've been watching Alonzo Trier preseason games. Like, I am sure of it. Like, it's been so your Nash take is slightly offensive.
I love it. I wanted to offend. So when I'm right, it looks crazy.
I understand what you mean when you pair it with Omari. Because that tandem was
real.
That tandem was that tandem was a feel. That tandem was a feel for the game that they played in. They played in that bubble together. Pause.
All I'm gonna say.
Pause.
Indeed.
And they and I can see what you mean with Achua because cats be surprised. Achua's been like that since we got him, though.
Yes.
Every time Achua makes a move to the rim, we act surprised that he can do it just because he doesn't really look like
he should be
doing it.
That's real shit. That's real shit.
But he do it, and he been doing it over and over. So those two do got a little connection going on. But I think he's more like Ricky Rubio. I told you that. I think that's his ceiling. Like, expect him to be more and maybe not get there, but still be serviceable and be about. But I can't give him. So I'm saying clear. Rubio. You saying Nash? So Nash stole one from Shaq. Like, come on.
Let's be real. Let's be real here now. You say Ricky Rubio. I know smart people that would say it. Ricky Rubio.
I would shut this shit down immediately.
So you just giving me levels. You just giving me levels. Here you go. Steve Nash arc. This is the Steve Nash arc, right? You got to start off. You got to make it to Ricky Rubio level, which is not a bad level. Like, me and Ricky Rubio is not bad at all.
That's a career basketball player.
I'm just saying that, like, and I want to be clear here. Like, I specifically did not say Steve Nash. I said Nash Stoudemire. You know why? Because the pick and roll looks clean. Because he has a feel for the game as a rookie that looks good. And then you got Precious out there that's doing his thing as well. And but the Knicks fans know Precious. Precious is our little
We
bro.
love Precious.
You feel me? We
Yeah,
love
yeah,
him.
yeah.
We know what he
Yeah,
can do.
he's a homie.
We know what he's capable of. I'm saying I ain't never seen this version of Precious Achua. I saw 20 points, 15 boards, Precious Achua off the bench.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm saying to
Yeah.
you that a lot
He
of
gave
that
us a
had
few
to
of those
do,
games last season, but yes,
But also-
you're right.
also
It's looking real natural and easy with a
Tyler Kolek
rookie.
with
Yeah,
the rookie.
yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Like,
It's
y'all
fair.
can call me crazy. I don't care. I already told y'all. This is the chip year. This is the chip year. So,
Yeah, sure.
If Nash Stoudemire off the bench looks like Tyler Kolek and Precious Achua, we're winning the championship. That's all I'm telling y'all. That's all I'm telling y'all. Am I bugging?
Well, all right. You're not bugging, but you're bugging. But you're not bugging.
But I'm making
but
sense.
you're bugging.
But I'm making sense a little.
No, but you're making sense to a Knicks fan because let's chop this up and give this just to a New Yorker who's not a Knicks fan.
Go ahead.
And they can be like, see, that's why I don't fuck with Knicks fans.
Nah.
Like, Knicks fans do too much because I can't give. Colin just, you know what really blew it? Because if that turnover on the inbound yesterday didn't happen and we win the game, then we go 5-0 this season and our bench is solid and our rookie picks are solid. So narratives play a big part in everything. Kolek has been fine since Summer League. He's the only player that has looked good from Summer League till now. So he got it. He can ball. And but then you see where experience may be, he just needs to get more experience. And he's gonna be playing with as the practice squad against the starters in the bench, in the gym. He can still be on the 15. No one's questioning if he's gonna be one of the 15, right?
Not at all.
He's gonna be one of the 15 for sure.
I'm telling
we
you.
talking about if he's gonna take over campaign. And I don't think I've seen anything that really got me off my Tibbsonian take of he's going to pick the vet that been here before and have the reps to know how to deal with the late game situation like yesterday in case they're ever in a situation that we need to play with that type of tightness or intensity. So I still think that he gets, light minutes. If he gets any minutes, like every 3 games or the end of a blowout or whatever, but I don't think he cracked the 9 yet.
We'll see.
Tibbs is 9.
Tibbs is always 9. Tibbs is 8, really.
Tibbs is 8.
Tibbs is 8, really. If we being completely honest.
If he's feeling generous, 9. I want Tibbs to go to 10 though. Tibbs got to pause. He got to open it up. He got to
never go to 10. Never, ever.
He got to open up. How do you do it with the injuries that we've sustained?
He'll never go to 10. 10 is crazy. 10 is like, what are you? Is that
dog?
You nigga said 10. I'm sorry.
Come on, man. Think about it.
All right, so
think about it.
No, I'm here for it. I'm here for a 10-man rotation.
Sims is not one rotation spot. If Sims has to play, Dan Huck Porty will play also. He's not. They're splitting whatever Sims. Know that.
No,
you understand what I'm saying?
Crazy. I won't lie to you. 10 is a 10. 10 is a 10. He'll never go 10.
10 can't be a 10.
It shouldn't be a 10. I'm telling you, it shouldn't be a 10. But we're dealing with a maniac.
Gotta do it.
We're dealing with a maniac here. All right, we know what we're dealing with. This is the Tomas.
If Precious doesn't play, because Precious walked off the court yesterday.
Yeah, hammy injury.
If he doesn't play I like the way he walked off the court. I hope he can be back. Hopefully, it wasn't nothing too crazy. The second it happened, he was like, nah, and he left. So hopefully, it's nothing crazy, and he could play on Tuesday.
Real.
You feel me? It could be something. They might just be sore or something. They relax and he can play on Tuesday because we're playing Boston in Boston as they're getting their rings. Mm-hmm. It's the first game, win, lose, whatever, it doesn't matter, and yet it matters. It'll be nice to have him out there. But what happens if he's not playing? That means we're getting Sims. You know you're getting Huck Porty. You know that. We don't got Shamit. So, like I said last week, Kolick will appear if something catastrophic happens. And then we lost Shamit. And we don't know what we're going to do with Shamit because the Knicks can waive him and save all of their money. They don't have to sign him right now. His injury guarantee something is light.
Yeah, it is.
It's like I'm sure somewhere around like 16,000 or let's say 75, just because I don't have the number right in front of me right now. Let's just say 75,000, and you're gone, and we got a whole roster spot open up where we could get another 3-point shooter out there.
Yeah.
If we keep Shamit and we sign him to something just to have him on the first look roster, or whatever, then Kolick is on the court. So we got McBride, we got Kolick, we got Payne, we got Sims, we got Huck Porty.
Yeah.
That's 10.
That is 10. You're not wrong.
Tibbs has to get the 10. Yo, Tibbs is going to get the 10.
I hear you. No, I will tell you that what you're saying makes a lot of sense. It makes way too much sense, actually, to me. I'm telling you that Tibbs. He's insane. He's not doing this. Going to 10-man rotation. We're not even supposed to be talking about this now. You jumping right into it. Rotations is late.
I thought I was. You know what? I thought I was leading into it.
Nah, not yet. You see, you getting me riled up. I'm like, yo, what's going on? We gotta get.
Oops.
But yes, let's transition. We're gonna get into that deeper a little later. But we need to talk about your man, Dante DiVincenzo, man. So Big Devo, as long as
breaking the fourth wall real quick. Breaking the fourth wall.
Go ahead.
Shamit injury. I knew where I was at. I was in the vicinity of the right side.
Yeah.
All right. Now let's get to DiVincenzo.
All right. So the DiVincenzo injury. The DiVincenzo injury. The DiVincenzo incident.
Yes.
I'm not even trying to wish that on the king, but
of course not.
So Devo and Rick Brunson had a heated exchange during the Knicks preseason game. I personally thought it was hilarious. I was like, yes. I was like, Devo done spent the year in New York and now he's feeling active. I love it. I love everything about this. I don't think that DiVincenzo of Milwaukee or DiVincenzo of Golden State would have stepped to
right. He found his voice.
Yeah, I like
Chin
that.
up.
I like it. It riled me up a little. I was like, yeah. So
he's talking in the garden like it's still home. It's my second home.
This my crib still, for real. Like, I'm good.
Right.
I'm good. I can walk out of here untouched because these my people. And I loved it.
Right.
I loved it. I really did. I can't lie.
I agree.
Some fans would a lot of fans that I spoke to, I'm not gonna lie, like personally and even on Twitter, they were like half and half on it. Some people were like, and I get it to a certain extent. You know, Knicks fans we're loyal, but some of us are like loyal to weird shit. So, somebody's like, yo, don't touch my coach. Don't talk to my coach like that. Someone was like, yo, what are the coaches doing? Why are they trying to beef with everybody? You know, it was a lot of different takes when it came to this kerfuffle, at least. I chalked it up. I won't lie to you. I chalked it up to Family Matters shit. You know, it's just some family shit. Right. You know, we got tight.
Right. Just chirping.
Just tight at this minute.
Chatting.
And the funny thing about like this incident in general to me was that like we know how the Villanova boys, like how they be moving. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like they the type of friend group that they be cracking on each other. They be telling them that they trash and shit like that. Like,
right.
So this didn't feel like completely out of sorts to me. Like, I thought this was an odd story. It was made into a story, obviously, because people and I say that this was made into a story specifically because people have nothing to do because the preseason is not interesting.
Nah, preseason was vital. Preseason was so vital. We needed it.
Hear me out. I'm saying that this was interesting because the preseason in general, like, what is the preseason for real? Like, I think is better for like the younger players. Like, we gotta if you're trying to mesh in the
No.
younger players, or
Think
you're trying
how
to
different our team is right now,
no,
bro.
listen, you're not letting me talk. I'm telling you,
Ah,
when I say like this year, this preseason made sense to me to watch. Right, we have
mhm.
rookies coming in that may be getting minutes. We just did the cat trade, so it's like if we doing the cat trade,
Yeah.
you gotta. So I gotta see what it looked like. And this is like a completely different big man we've had since Porzingis. So it's like I gotta
Right.
see what it looks like. You get what I'm saying? But overall, like the preseason, in my opinion, and I'm not saying like I'm not talking from a fan perspective. I'm talking from like the long term goal perspective in a sense. I think it's more so for like, yo, you got to get the youth involved. You get what I'm saying? See who's nice, see who's not nice, and just see how the pieces fit. Like the wins and losses don't count. So when things like this happen, like when things like DiVincenzo just barking at Rick Brunson at the sideline, like, yo, I'm talking to Tibbs. I'm not even talking to you, Rick. Shut up, nigga. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, we say shit like that.
It's all very necessary.
It's all this. I'm letting you know this shit happens regular season, regular incident. I don't think it's this big. I think we move on to the
What?
next game. I don't think it's this big. I don't.
Oh, please. Of course it is.
I don't think it's this big.
Of course it
And,
is.
and
Of
I'll
course-
say this.
First of all, you underestimate New York fans and their feelings. Of course it is.
We did
Of-
blow up the thumbs down. We did blow up
Well,
the thumbs.
come on, man. We
did blow-
disrespected other teams' statues and been in a tissy fit for 2 years over a thumbs down.
Yep. We
Like,
did.
come on, you don't underestimate the feelings of New York fans. Like, nah, we got too much championship going on in the city right now. We're still looking at the Liberty right now. We got a potential World Subway Series. Like, it is very like we're itching for confetti
so you
and
telling
glitter
me-
and bars and marching and
Yeah. So what you telling me, and realistically, and I hear, and your point makes sense. You're telling me that the emotions is super heightened around the city in general. Like anything could set us off. I can receive
bro.
that. I can receive that.
We we want to parade. We want to parade. We want to scream we're the best and whatever. Liberty jerseys will be, Liberty jerseys are going WNBA profit share from jerseys made, jerseys sold from the New York Liberty is going to help cover Angel Reese's gap for her cost of living. Okay. the type of money
that
that
New York
you
the New York
get
people
from the New York market when you
the entire league's cost of living will
Come on, bro.
will be subsidized by the New York market winning the championship. It makes
Liberty
sense.
jerseys.
It makes sense. I won't lie.
Liberty licensing, Liberty colorways, Liberty all type of foolishness, dog.
It makes sense. I won't lie to
Yeah.
you. It's not a bad idea.
So we just right there with everything, and can't really tell you how I got to the Liberty just now, but I will tell you with DiVincenzo and everything is that if during the season, first of all, if any player comes and chirping and doing all of that in the Garden,
Mm-hmm.
we saying something. We're going to say something. So that's just the thing. DiVincenzo looked like Julius Randle to me. And it all feels like how I felt about the trade and still kind of feel about the trade. Like, I just feel like we shouldn't have made the trade. I would have rather kept DiVincenzo and I would rather have Julius Randle. But New York fans feel too much. If we start off the season without Mitchell Robinson until 2025 and no Julius Randle for who knows how long, and our record plummets because we were missing so much at the time, and then the snowball of the negative affected words and everybody on the airwaves talking about, oh, we suck, we got fired this person, trade that person, this ain't gonna work, Cat soft, all of this, whatever the case. Oh, we don't have Cat at this point, we just have nobody because we're just injured.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's a nasty place when you have championship aspirations, and we have championship aspirations.
And that's real.
So we had to make the trade that keeps those championship aspirations alive from jump. So having a healthy cat who replaces Randall and can play center like for Mitch covers all of that immediately. And we just have to see how all this plays out. But DiVincenzo didn't want to be gone. I didn't want him gone.
Clearly.
His outburst screams that he didn't want to be gone.
Clearly, he's still upset about it.
He's a Knick in his mind. He's still a Knick. He don't care that his Minnesota uniform looks right on me. Everybody's telling me how it looks good on me. Like, yo, screw that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the man in New York. My boys is in New York. Rick Brunson is the homie. I'm not beefing with Rick Brunson. I was talking to Tibbs. Because Tibbs played for Tibbs.
That's his man's for real. That's his
man's. That's his man's. He's like, yo, I'm feeling outnumbered here with all the Novas. I need to get one of my mans in here right now because, Josh Hart don't always be listening, and Brunson can't really rein in Josh Hart. And, Dante, he just think he can just throw it up whenever he want, but, he can sometimes, so I have to live with it. I'm not necessarily loving it. I wish I had more control over the situation. He brought his mans in.
Nah,
Cat is his man. He's probably the best center he's ever had, and Tibbs is known for loving centers. How about that? How about that? He's cool with Leon Rose, homies. We've been talking about him coming here. So he's their man's.
For real.
So to keep the championship aspirations alive, brought his mans in. Dante's like, yo, Tibbs, if you ain't okay that this wouldn't have happened.
And that's real.
You did this. I wanted to be here. And what we had was something special. We could have kept that in right. So he's not wrong. So he said some real shit in the preseason where he could get it off. Rick Brunson did too much.
Because he was
stepping to him.
Because Tibbs is his man.
Because Tibbs is his man.
It's just a whole bunch of yo, this is my man's for real. Like, nah, you're not gonna talk to my man's like this. Like, that's what it felt like. Rick Brunson, as we know, Rick Brunson is a loose nigga.
He came in like the uncle just now. Like, we ain't need that energy.
Like, yo, chill out on my man's though. And Devo was like, Nah, your man's got me out of here. What you talking about?
Yeah.
What you talking about?
Well, I can't say that to him one time. I can't say that to Tibbs one time, but Tibbs can take it. We know Tibbs can handle it. I didn't call him out his name. I said that you tried to justify trading me by saying I couldn't do something that I just did.
Yeah. And that's
valid.
And that's nasty.
This is like thumbs down stuff. You can't make a villain out of DiVincenzo. This is my point.
I don't think it'll work. I don't think it'll work.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So what are the Knicks fans split on then?
They split on
because it seems really cut and dry to me. You got me out of here because you wanted your mans in, and that's nasty.
You said it. You literally explained it. You know what they split on. It's because the fact that we are an overly emotional fan base.
Okay.
We're not a monolithic fan base either, right? So we don't have.
We should be.
We should be. I wish we were, but we're just not.
I'm working on it. I'm trying to be the voice. I'm working on it.
We're just not. We gotta be the voice of the sensible Knicks fan. But we're just not a sensible. We're not a sensible fan base. Like you said, you had it was so when the thumbs down thing happened, it was so divided. It was like, I loved it. I thought it was hilarious. I was like, yeah.
I thought New York needed that.
Fuck out of here. Hey, don't play with me. I'm not pussy. Pussy. It's simple as that. I'm not pussy.
You can't handle that?
And New Yorkers, I'm not pussy either. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here with that. And I hear it. But with Devo, I feel like Devo is so beloved by Knicks fans. Like they struggling with that internally. You get what I'm saying? It's like, right. Like, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I have a theory. I'm like, yo, in 18 months, I wouldn't be surprised If
When
they
is
some,
when
if
is
they,
his contract?
if they,
Oh
when
yeah,
the, when the,
yeah. That
when
would
the,
be contract
when
time.
that player option is up, you feel me? I wouldn't be surprised. I'm just saying, he might be like, "Yo, come on, just come on home." Things might look different then, but I'm saying that. You telling me that Knicks fans wouldn't welcome back DiVincenzo with open arms after the year
Knicks
20
fans want him
now?
now.
We hate that we lost him.
We don't want no Shamit, and we don't got no Shamit. So there we
Real.
go.
And that's real. And that's real. All right, so moving on. We spoke about this very briefly, but let's talk about these rotations. All right, so these rotations are right.
I hate it.
So some people love them, some people love them. And before we start, I want to give out a shout out. We got some people in the chat. Shout out to y'all for tuning
Word.
in.
Shout out to y'all.
YouTube chat and the Twitch chat for tuning in. My man Coach Shaw 617 said
Let me watch me on Twitch.
He said Devo Devo mad because he know we about to get a chip. I'd be mad too.
Facts.
And that's super real.
It's so dirty. He's like, yo, son,
Niggas really about to get a chip without me.
how do you think Randall feels?
These niggas really about to get a chip without me. They'll hate us forever if we get a chip. I'll tell you that. Both of them. I think both of them will hate us forever if we get a chip.
Every time they all link up, they all got rings, and he's the only one of the Nova Bros that don't got one.
Yeah,
nasty.
He'll be fuming.
I still think we need to give him a ring. I still think we need to give everybody a ring going all the way back to Obi trade. Like maybe
from Obi Toppin down.
Maybe to Reggie Bullock. And they give honorary ones to Spike Lee, Carmelo, and Ewing. That's where my heart is with all of this. I feel like if we win one, instead of making it like the chain necklace that the Bucks had that was fire, do something different and just give all the Knicks that needed one before, just give them one.
Yeah. But yeah, let's get into these rotations, right? So it's looking like Josh Hart is the fifth starter. We spoke about this very briefly in the all-season special. If y'all didn't see that, go check that out. That's on YouTube, and I think it's only on YouTube. But yeah, go check that out. But yeah, we spoke about this. Josh Hart, fifth starter. How do we feel about it? I personally was campaigning for the Deuce McBride fifth starter campaign. It's not looking like that's going to happen because Tom Thibodeau, who loves Deuce more than probably he loves air, will be utilizing Deuce to back up both Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart. That's what it looks like to me, right? Does it not look like that to you? Or Jalen Brunson?
That's Sixth Man of the Year, Deuce McBride. No.
Oh,
he got to do everything that everybody. That's the utility belt.
No.
Yeah.
So my second hot take, you beat me to it, is that the Sixth Man of the Year Deuce McBride campaign starts on Tuesday. I think he is about to get what was stolen from Emmanuel Quickley 2.5 years ago, and solidify the Emmanuel Quickley trade as a complete success for the New York Knicks. Sixth Man of the Year, Deuce McBride campaign.
Well said.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it, and I
just being in the conversation would be enough. Honestly,
yes, I would have
just let it,
bro. If like you said last time, like our record is not indicative of what we are. If Deuce McBride, if we are anywhere top 3, I'll tell you it's because Tom Thibodeau has decided to play Deuce McBride 34 minutes a game, and he is in the lead for Sixth Man of the Year.
Yo, think of all the ways that Tom Thibodeau is going to use Deuce McBride.
Yeah.
We need a spark off the bench. That's Deuce.
Mm-hmm.
You need some defense guard for the guards.
Mm-hmm.
That's Deuce. Off ball, that's still Deuce. Like, he's going to be handling a lot of different responsibilities for Tibbs.
Yeah.
So, and with the fact that he can shoot, he can create his own shot.
Yep.
He can play defense.
Yep. That
means by nature, he is a Tibbs guy. Kolick serves a purpose because he runs an offense better than Deuce does.
Yep.
Deuce can play off ball. So throw Chua in there also.
Yeah.
And no, you can have a good looking young like setup right there. So Yeah, no, Deuce McBride is muy importante for anything we're doing right now. That's my Duolingo slipping out. But 50-day streak, baby. But
Hey.
yeah. No, I don't like the Josh Hart though. I wish that we addressed this earlier.
Uh-huh.
Not like way earlier. We went from having Randall and Obi to Randall and Precious to Precious to hamstring pull Precious. Do we have a power forward, or we just throwing anybody close or tough in that spot?
Mm-hmm.
I really wish we had like a legit power forward. Like I would have felt
like the traditional power forward.
yeah, like this. I don't. It makes it easy for Josh Hart. It don't get better for Josh Hart. Josh Hart, like, oh, he's working to be the heart of New York Knicks franchise.
They got Josh Hart playing small forward.
Yeah. And they're telling him everything that Josh Hart needs to hear to know that he can't truly mess up. Like, he's not there to shoot, really. He can score sometimes, and, we know how he is getting from one end of the court to another. He's real quick on his one-man fast break.
Yeah.
He could pull that off.
Yeah.
Besides that, if he scores 0 points but have a double-double in rebounds and assists, it's a great Josh Hart game. Nobody's looking for him to score, which is great when your shot looks broken because he hasn't been shooting it well, and that kind of seems a little problematic, no? Yep. Before it would have been. Last year, we would have needed him to be more of a scorer.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need him to do that now, which is great because he's not that right now, but he can be the glue guy.
I hear that.
So
I hear that. I think that this is the perfect role for Josh Hart. I think Josh Hart is fifth starter.
In the perfect place.
Because in the reality of the situation, I just think, one, my only legit fear is that Tibbs, like, same thing with Deuce. He loves Josh Hart so much, he's not going to not play him. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So that means, like, you're going to get 35 to 36 minutes of Josh Hart, 35, 36 minutes of Deuce McBride, which is good for the primary core of the team, which is going to be Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, and Karl Anthony Towns. Like, you obviously don't need heavy OG Anunoby minutes in the regular season. You just don't. You just don't need them. You just don't need them. Like, give me 30. If we could get 30, Mikal, Iron Man, he's going to play probably the majority of the minutes anyway.
All right. Wait, pause. Wait, sorry. How do you feel about that streak? You think he upholds it this year? You think he survived a year of Tibbs?
Tibbs, though, like, this is the thing, right? So, like, this is the thing, right? All right, so there's things going around about Mikal, and they saying, like, yo, Mikal, his shot looks broken, this, that, and the third, right? Like, that's what people have been telling me, like, yo, I don't know about Mikal.
He got a new shot form that he's been working on.
I hate his new form because I just don't understand why he changed it in the first place. Because if it's broke, don't fix it. I don't care if it look ugly. I care if it go in.
Absolutely right.
I care if it go in. I don't give a fuck about none of that other shit. But, it's probably going to take him time to adjust his form and this, that, and third. What doesn't take time for Mikal Bridges to adjust, ladies and gentlemen, is the fact that he is fucking jail. And he is out here clapping niggas for 40 minutes.
Yes.
I have seen enough. I'm letting y'all know right now. I have seen enough. He still got the jail, and the jail is still good. That, coupled with the OG jail, is unbearable. It looks insane.
Yes.
I wanted to talk about this. Wingstop, as they're so affectionately called.
As they should be.
Oh, my God. It looks like, bro, who is driving on us? Nobody.
Wingstop is ridiculous.
You are going to
have a healthy Mitchell Robinson in the mix of this. No, seriously, God sent the stuff of dreams.
Seriously, there is a lineup out there where you spell Jalen Brunson for 8 minutes, and it is Deuce, Josh, Mikal, OG, and Mitchell Robinson.
Oh, God.
And no one scores for 8 minutes. No one.
Yeah.
No one.
Yeah.
This is the game at a Stanfield. It's 38-36 at the 12-minute mark of the second quarter. It is 40-38 at the 4-minute mark of the second quarter. I'm telling you, that's how it looks. I'm telling y'all, that is how it looks. And
we getting back to the did the other team get 90 points? We're trying to keep them in the 80s.
You feel me?
We're trying to keep them in the 80s at the end of the game. We've had a good number of those games. Tibbs have produced a number of wins where we won and no team cracked 100 points, 90 points.
Yes.
We won dirty defensive games. And Wingstop
cooked.
I might have to track how many games we have like that this year.
It looks crazy. No, it really looks crazy. I want y'all to know.
No, it really does.
And we're going to talk about this in the next segment. But
it plays crazy on 2K.
Yeah. How are you passing either of these lanky? I don't understand. It's like fucking Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong playing defense out there with the long ass arms, and you like, yo, can you move over here? Wait till they get into like the synchronism rhythm. Like that's when it's really going to look nasty. Wait till
January.
When they move it at the same time, it's like, oh my God. This is synchronized swimming.
Since we're talking rotation, I ask you, is your ultimate rotation the same as my ultimate rotation? Like an absolute best possible rotation?
My ultimate rotation is 9. Is 9?
No, sorry. I mean starting 5.
Oh, starting 5?
I mean, not starting 5, just 5. Like game on the line, playoffs, ECF, game is tight against Boston or Milwaukee or whatever, because I don't want it to be based off of matchups. I'm just saying, final 5 minutes, who's on the court?
Who's on the court? Jalen Brunson, obviously.
Right.
We can just start there.
We don't get there without him,
we don't get there without him. I think you got to go with a shooter. So I'm going to have to say, bro, it has to be Deuce McBride. Has to be Deuce McBride
Okay.
at the 2. I think you got to have a shooter. This is contingent. I want to be clear. This is contingent if I get, which will be my third hot take of the pod.
I didn't expect this answer to go there at all. I'm glad I asked it.
Let me finish. A Josh Hart 40% 3-point season is my third hot take of the pod. I'm telling y'all, I need Josh Hart, 40% 3-point shooter. Give me 2 threes a game. 2 threes a game. All you got to do is hit 2 out of 5. 2 out of 5. I need 2 threes a game. For Josh Hart, give me 40%. If Josh Hart gives me anywhere near 37 to 40%, I will lock him into my final 5. But if I don't get that, I gotta go Jalen, Deuce, Mikal, OG, and it depends if Karl Anthony Towns is playing well. And I'm gonna just put that out there. And it depends.
There's no universe. All right.
And it depends on. No, I'm being serious though. Like it's not like Karl Anthony Towns. If Karl Anthony Towns is not playing well, you get what I'm saying? Like it's not like Karl Anthony Towns is this staunch defender. Like if he's not out there cooking, like let's be clear, we're talking about Tom Thibodeau here. If he's getting cooked by the big man, like if Cat is getting cooked by Joel Embiid, right? You're telling me that Tom Thibodeau, who has seen Precious Achiuwa play good defense on Joel Embiid, is not going to put him out there and depend on Jalen Brunson and or Mikal Bridges to give him the points. Is that what you're telling me?
No.
Is that what you're telling me?
What I'm telling you is that you putting Deuce McBride in there is what's going to throw off your whole 5 to begin with.
You need shooting.
Mikal has to be shooting.
And that's
he's not thing. Here. He's not here just to be. He's supposed to be. It's supposed to be clear. Brunson, Cat are the 1 and 2.
Mikal third option.
And Mikal is third option, of course. OG spot up corner shooter wherever he gets it from. OG is the defensive anchor of the team.
Real.
Like, yeah. So
Mikal's in my 5 though. Because
but he gotta be a shooter.
You think Mikal has to be the shooter? I think Mikal. Well, yes, I think Mikal has to be the shooter.
Yes,
I do think Mikal has to be the shooter.
That's where it throws it off there, because now you got Brunson, Mikal, OG, Cat, and then I put Mitchell Robinson at the 5.
I
think that's the ultimate 5.
So injuries aside, I agree with that.
Yes.
Like if we taking all injuries aside, like if I did not put into the contents that we was gonna have Mitch. I had to.
I tried to say playoffs, ECF. I'm talking
If we
future.
have Mitch has to be in the start at the end of 5. He's the best defensive.
Okay.
He's the best defensive center in basketball and healthy. I'm sorry. I don't care what none of y'all talking about. He's best defensive basketball center.
And Cat played with the other best defensive center in the league. So they know how that works. You know what I mean?
I think there is a world, and this is why Mitchell Robinson is absolutely selling us. Like with these injuries. I'm not saying he really selling us because
it's injuries an old injury.
Injuries is tough, bro. Like injuries is tough.
Joel did that to him.
Yeah, you get like we saw it. We saw how he got injured.
Yeah, I know.
So
it's just tough living with it.
But when you deal with Mitch, like the best version of Mitchell Robinson, in my opinion, is better than Rudy Gobert on the defensive end because we've seen him lock in and like shut down. I have not seen Rudy Gobert shut down Joel Embiid yet. I'm sorry. I have not seen him do that ever.
I know.
I've seen Mitchell Robinson do that at least 3 to 4 times in my lifetime. Like legit.
Yeah.
And what was 6 months ago? What was 6 months ago? Like, you know what I'm saying? So if we could get Mitch healthy, if we talking Mitch has to be the 5. I think Cat at the 4. This changes things. If Cat is at the 4, that's a better matchup in the playoffs to me because Cat is this is hilarious. Cat be nimble, Cat be quick. The nigga a little quick though. I'm not gonna lie. He quicker than I thought he was. I thought he's a little lumbering, but he got a little, he got a little
right.
He
can cut. There's some agility there.
Yeah, you gotta. That changes everything. That means you could put the wing stop on the wings.
Yes.
That way you put wing stop on the wings. And you have Jalen Brunson there. I think that's our best lineup in general. Because
that's my 2K starting 5.
Because that's our best lineup. I
make the adjustment before we go out there. I'm like, oh yeah, now let's play.
I think that's our best lineup in general because as I have said over and over, we have not brought Jalen Brunson here to play defense. He is not.
That's right.
He is here to get chips and give chips. That's what he's only here for. He's
tripping over defense at that point.
Yes. Any effort from Jalen Brunson on the defensive end is a plus. And he's out here taking charges.
What does that leave you with your starting? What does that leave you with your bench? Now you got Deuce McBride, Josh Hart, Precious Achiuwa,
obviously
Kolick or Cam.
So Deuce McBride, Josh Hart is 6'7", easily. Precious Achiuwa 8. And then we get into the situational basketball here. All right, are we dealing with a big man that's getting people in foul trouble? Maybe you look
Sims Hukporti.
Maybe you look at, and I have this here, Sims Hukporti. Intriguing battle. Hukporti. We gotta talk about the rookie.
Can't wait.
He's good. Is he good?
Oh,
is he good?
That boy.
Is he good? Is he? I had no clue. Is he good?
Know that in all my mock trades that I did over the summer, I made sure to leave Hukporti out of it because I felt something.
You felt a little something,
good
right?
There.
You know what it is?
I at least thought he can be better than Sims. I thought there was a fighting chance that if he's better than Sims, then we can move Sims and we can rely on Hukporti. Or we just got 2 Sims quality level players. That's not the worst in the world.
Yeah.
And Hukporti.
I think Hukporti. It's gonna be tough. I think Hukporti's gonna run the Sims dispensable, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I think Jericho. You already know how I feel about Jericho Sims. I don't hate him. I don't love him. But if we're talking about how Hukporti, it looks once again, it looks good on the court. It looks like you're out there doing something on the basketball court. Why is he dunking on everyone? Explain that to me. Why is he dunking on everyone? Every time.
Mean throwdowns.
Every time.
Yeah, like.
That looks good. That looks like Jalen Brunson can get in his Chris Paul era and just into the air. Go give me 4 minutes, Hukporti. Go give me 4 minutes. I like how you do it.
He's a 7-foot Precious Achiuwa. It's beautiful to see. It's very nice. Like he makes the moves that I'd be surprised that he's able to make, and I'm like,
At the 58th
hey, I
pick.
felt this way before. Wait, it was him over there doing that.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't mind that at 7 foot at all.
Not at all. Not at all. He's
I
definitely.
would love to see I would love to see Precious and Hugporty and Kolick really doing their thing.
That
you
would
know,
look nice. That would look nice. In a January game against the Wizards, give him 16
Yeah.
minutes. You know, give him 16 minutes to do something right.
Yeah, something in April, something in March, end of March. Some, you know, just
Yeah,
we
somebody
already locked up the
somebody in
number
the
one
chat
seed.
said, "I know Mitch can't wait to play with Kolick." I like how that says. I like how that sounds a lot.
Yeah,
I like how that
Yeah.
sounds a lot.
I respect it. It's so funny talking about Mitch in offense. He broke the NBA all-time field goal percentage
Yes.
record. He owns that record. I don't think it's been broken since.
to be
He would have
clear-
broken it again the following year, but he was short a few games.
Yeah, and to be clear, if Mitch ever decided, hey, I'm not going to bring the ball down, he would average 95% field goal percentage, which would be the
Right.
point. You got to imagine, he averaged 70% 70+% field goal percentage for a season, and that was with him bringing the ball down half the time. Stop
Right.
high. Keep it high. Keep it high. That's what the coach said, right? Keep it high. Oh, man.
There's something about Mitch. Yo, package Mitch and Sims up together and bring me back something solid to go
Yeah.
up 40. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Nah, man, we need Mitch. Mitch is just too great of a defender. He's the
agree.
man.
I
He holds it down.
I agree. All right, so let's move on. Let's move on to our second round of things. So we had the preseason prediction. Are we more or less confident after seeing all these games in our lineup, in our
I'm more confident in my prediction.
let the people know what your prediction was.
My prediction was that we are the best team in the East
Yes.
and should win the chip. And even though I feel that way wholeheartedly, I predict that we'll be a top 5 team. And the reason I say top 5 is because injuries just took us out of it last year in just an unbelievable way. And then we worry about it coming into this year. Is right now we're down 2 more players, Shamit and Precious, off of our bench, plays that we were looking towards to cover what we lost in Randall and DiVincenzo in their bench-like ways. And now they're out, and we're now holding our breath a little about the injury bug. And I personally feel like, regardless of we're making the playoffs this year, we know this, don't we? We just know we're making the playoffs this year, which is a great feeling.
That's the baseline.
And
That's the baseline.
yeah, that's the floor. Which God bless, we're at a place where
The floor is
that
the
is our
playoffs.
floor again.
That's beautiful.
Oh,
I think we don't acknowledge that enough, to be honest with you. I think that's
do
a
you
great
see
thing.
me right now? I'm pouring my heart into that just
Give
now.
it to us.
Thank God that's the floor right now. And that's why I'm like, yo, not 6th seed, 5th seed. We're going to be 5th seed or better in the playoffs because injuries may happen. And in all honesty, whatever seed that we do get, I feel like is not going to adequately express how good of a team we are anyway, unless we're number 1. That's the only way that I won't believe that, like, oh yeah, no, that's correct. If we're first in the East, that sounds right. Anything else, something happened along the way, or it's whatever it may be.
Mhm.
None of y'all seen us healthy.
Real.
Healthy, we sound ridiculous. I don't care what you say. Even after the Cat trade, I mean, we're not downplaying Cat. He's had bad games in the preseason, and we're still getting 22 points a game.
Mhm.
Like his bad games is still good games. So I can't wait for this to look great.
Yeah, I feel like people didn't even recognize that either. Like during the Cat trade, there was a lot of things. Obviously, there was a lot of things just said with that in general, but it's like, he might have been. He kind of cooked. He kind of cooked.
Yeah.
Jokic last year in the playoffs. Like he was cooking people.
Yes.
You look back at it, like a lot of it is your reputation sticks with you throughout wherever you go. Like the Jimmy Butler shit is still not all. He's still not completely. He's still not completely against that, But
Yeah, hold on for keep going for 30 seconds. Let me grab something real quick.
yeah, like I was saying.
My bad.
Yeah, like I was saying. Oh, when it comes to Cat, it's like you don't really have to see that. He had bad games. He's dealing with the Jimmy Butler shit. That shit was fucking hilarious. Like if you've ever really dove into why that shit is super super hilarious when it comes to that. But when you look at Cat over the past couple of playoffs, like he's been doing his thing. He's been doing his thing. Obviously, he has settled into a beta role with with Ant-Man, and he's gonna come over here and deal with a beta role with Jalen Brunson. Somebody in the chat said we made you
100% right about everything you just said, brother.
You said what?
I'm sure you're 100% right about everything you just said.
Don't worry, I got you. Don't worry, I got
I had to get the other laptop charger. It was wild just now.
But yeah, I think we'll be fine. I want to transition into the fact that there's been a lot of conversation about who stands in our way, right? Who stands in our way? I keep hearing the two names that keep coming up in multiple circles, Knicks circles and Knicks chats on Knicks Facebook group pages, Knicks Reddit and stuff, is that it's Philly and it's Boston, right? Boston, whatever. But, you have told me that you think that's super lazy, right? Let me explain to me. Let me explain first why I hear these things and stuff like that. So people have told me Philadelphia, right? Philadelphia, when healthy, they look good. You got superstar on the rise with Tyrese Maxey. You got Paul George, and you got obviously JoJo Embiid, and Nick Nurse, which is championship coach. My whole issue with Boston is one, we beat them already, and that's just obvious. I mean, with Philly is one, we beat them already. That's just the obvious point. But yeah, they added Paul George. But when has Paul George,
who's now injured,
when not injured, by the way, shown you guys that he is capable of being a second or third option on a championship team? When has, for lack of a better term, JoJo Embiid, who just got put by us, who didn't duck smoke, by the way. I want that to forever be clear. There were three teams absolutely ducking the Philly smoke, and it was not us. It was not us. Everybody else, Cleveland, forever nasty.
That's so real.
Never forget you.
That's so real. I'm so mad I didn't have that tidbit all week.
I'm telling you, super nasty. That's one with Philly.
Yes.
Two, the injury thing is obvious. Like, when are they ever going to be fully healthy? And three, in my opinion, their best player might be Tyrese Maxey. And then that being, I don't think that's going to do it, if I'm being real with you.
I got Wingstop. I'm not even a little concerned anymore.
Not even worried about Tyrese Maxey. You know who I would be worried about if I was the Knicks playing, if I was the Knicks, right? And I had a superstar point guard in Jalen Brunson. You know who I would be worried about? I would be worried about a team who had two wings that were extremely lanky and were called Wingstop. But guess what? They're on my team. They're on my team. So I don't have to worry about that. You know who has to worry about that? Tyrese Maxey. And if he's the best player on Philadelphia, which I think he is, that's a big problem. I'm not worried about JoJo Embiid. I'm not worried about Paul George, to be honest with you. Paul George has never showed me.
By the way, JoJo Embiid not playing back-to-backs
anymore. And told us that. Like, without shame. He told us that without shame, that's what he's doing. To get into Boston, yes, Boston is the team to beat, obviously, but that's what makes it so lazy. It's like, oh, wow, you should beat Boston. You got to beat Boston. Duh. My guy, they just won the championship, and fuck Boston. Ain't nobody worried about Boston. All my homies hate Boston. All my homies hate Boston. We not worried about Boston. So And that's the energy I'm coming with before opening night. So fuck them. I don't give a damn about Boston. Boston is gonna
It's
be
true.
this the same team that won a chip and Jason Tatum couldn't get no minutes against the elite niggas in the Olympics. It's the same team that had fucking Jaylen Brown. They put Derek White over Jaylen Brown on his team. Nasty,
It's true.
disgusting. I'm hearing discernments in the ranks. I'm hearing discernments in the ranks. I'm not worried about Boston. They'll win 50 games again. They'll probably do well in the playoffs until they beat us, and they will sell. I'm telling y'all that from now. They will sell.
It's facts.
I'm gonna let you talk about what you think is a more wired take, because these are the tired takes. What's the wired take?
The better team to look at in the East, first of all right, the better takes in the East. Now, there were some predictions that dropped this week, and I'm sure you saw it. We talked about it. We can't find it anymore. It looked like it was scrubbed off the internet since.
Yeah.
But it had teams like Cleveland ahead of us, which I swear I wish I could find it because that was gonna be my Knicks for clicks.
Yeah.
Cleveland, no, Cleveland can't. They couldn't beat us. Their best player gets washed every time they face my best player, who is also a point guard. So tough. It's not going to get any better with the addition of Wingstop. It's honestly, it's still just the Magic. It's still just Orlando. Orlando is just one of those teams that is just young enough, spry enough, healthy enough, and have everything they need at basically every position they got.
Yep.
Like, where are they lacking? I don't really see it. The only thing that, and I feel like it's a bailout when people say it, it's like, oh, well, they're going to need experience, playoff experience. And once they go to the playoffs and lose one time or lose two times, then they know enough now to be good. And I don't necessarily buy that. Sure, maybe that's the way it's went so far, but I still feel like that's a loose connection. I feel like Orlando is on that same list where they had Cleveland ahead of us. They had Miami ahead of us. They had it was on odds of winning the chip this year, voted by whoever and whatsoever. And the Knicks were like 17th on the list. And they had another category that had us fighting for the playoffs. And then they had Miami fighting for the chip. And it's one of those things where I have to sit there and ask you, who do you think is the better team? The Orlando Magic or the Miami Heat right now today? And I'm sold on the fact that it's Orlando. And with that being said, if Orlando was better than Miami, then all of those little accolades, the noise you're making for Miami, now give that to Orlando. I think Orlando could beat the Pacers. I think Orlando, they're deep enough to battle with the Bucks. Like, maybe the star power of Philly may get them, but Banchero's no slouch. But he ain't Embiid if they're both in the court. It's not the same. It will take all of those guys around their team depth to get it done. But I could see Orlando being the upset for everybody when it all seems very much so right there. They're young. They're talented. They got everybody everywhere. They beat us in some games last year. They're not an easy out. And they did not get worse. So, yeah.
Heavy on the did not get worse. They got KCP. KCP played defense and hit big shots. That's what he did.
They did not get worse.
They did not get worse. That's real.
Who got worse? The Bucks got nothing. I don't care what whoever said. Philly got better, question mark, maybe. Because right now they're doing what the Clippers were doing by only playing some games.
Yeah.
Already got an injured player you traded for. Like, they look messy already.
I would say there were teams that stayed the same. I only think the only team that got better was us and Philly. And to a certain extent, Milwaukee didn't do anything. Right. And Orlando, honestly. Us, Philly, and Orlando in the East are probably the only three teams that got better this offseason. Boston stayed the same. They re-signed everybody.
Should put some money on Orlando. Just to do well.
Toronto,
I don't know where.
Yeah, that'd be real. Toronto say the same. Just thinking about teams that might make the play-in playoff.
Oh,
I guess you got
those
incremental
so
change with
whack.
the lower seeded teams and stuff. With adding
The
rookies and
Hawks.
stuff. The Hawks got worse. I think they got rid of they got rid of the better point guard. They traded the better point guard to New Orleans and kept Trae Young, kept Rayford. But yeah, like what does that look like? This is what I don't think. I think we're easily top 3 team in the East. I think we're probably the best team. I will give some leniency to Boston, but fuck Boston because they are the
Right.
champs. But I don't think Philly's better than us. I don't think anybody else is better than us. I think you have sneaky teams like Orlando. Don't believe in Cleveland. Don't believe in any of these other teams. Atlanta, don't believe in them. Milwaukee, really don't believe in them. Damon's a year older. Giannis is talking about if they don't win a chip, he's going to get traded. Like, who asked for that information?
Right. Right. And I hope New York doesn't bite. And I hope we don't jump and they keep trying to make the connection already.
I ain't want to say nothing, but did that not sound like I like what New York is doing for real over there?
Yeah.
Like, I ain't
Yeah,
like
I
how
don't
you
want
do
it.
that
I
out
don't
there.
want it.
Because when
Would
you
you-
was
would
talking
you-
about, when you
Would
was
you
talking
trade Cat
about,
for Giannis?
this is what I was about to say. When you was talking about last time, like, yo, the money lines up if there's a moment.
Yes. I said
Like,
that.
what does that look like? You get what I'm saying? I think Cat knows that too. Like, I wouldn't hate Giannis. Like, to be clear, like I wouldn't hate a Giannis move because I think if he decided to come over to like the dark side, which is the Knicks, he would be like super lit. Like he would be over here, he would be out here trying to cook up and stuff like that. But other than that, like what the hell is he doing? What the hell would he come over here to do for real?
Right.
He would come up here and fuck up the vibes? Is that what he would do?
Hot take, which doesn't feel like much of a hot take. Hot take. I think Cat is a way better fit on the Knicks than
Yes.
Giannis. Is that a hot take?
I want to
That can't
say
be
it.
a hot take.
I want to say it. It sounds like a hot
I'm
take.
losing shooting, and we need shooting. How about that small part of the game? I am losing 3-point shooting. You know where the league is tending towards right now,
Yeah.
or been for years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I lose that.
That's what you lose when you dealing with a nigga like Carl
But I
Anthony
get
Towns.
Giannis, who can horse and charge his way and get to the rim all day. But I'm getting Giannis after a back issue starting to rear his head.
And that's real. That's real. Do you want a person that's whole game is predicated around athleticism? That's the reality.
No.
That's the Russell Westbrook problem. That is the Russell Westbrook question. Legitimately. That is the Russell Westbrook question. You wanted Russell Westbrook at age 25. You did not want Russell Westbrook at age 30.
Right.
And that's what you had.
Right.
The Giannis you really want is the Giannis from 2 years ago. Is the Giannis maybe from last year? You don't know if you want the Giannis from 2 years from now. That might be
We don't know if we'll ever see that Giannis again. I'm not sold on seeing an MVP level Giannis season ever again. I think the Bucks from here on out or a 4 seed or worse let's not go in the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
Everyone could be fresh enough. He could be fresh enough to mash turbo for the first 2 months of the season. All right, maybe, but come on, guys. February, March, when everything starts really settling in and whatever, I think it's just gonna it's gotta show.
Yeah.
He's too limited.
He's
too limited. I can't see it. I can't see it.
What are you saying? It will show.
It
will show.
Where is he getting traded to? Who's trading him? Philly Bucks, Embiid for Giannis. You think Philly would do that? I think that's a good fit. It gives Maxey room to Maxey. You know what I mean? We're all just running all day now. Let's all just run. Let's just do this. It's like a younger Dame Lillard.
Yeah.
I can see that.
I can see that too. I can see Maxey. I can see him to Philly. I can see him to
I can see him in Miami.
Miami. I think that's a good pick. I think that'll happen. I think that'll be more likely because they soft launch and getting Jimmy the fuck out of there.
Yeah, they got to make moves. Yeah.
It's really happening. They really soft launch and getting Jimmy the fuck out of here. I don't like how they talking about
and
it.
he kind of with it too. He don't look like he feeling the vibe. See, we ain't getting no Jimmy hair picture this year.
I'm crying at Jimmy
There
Butler.
was no extra sauce or nothing. Like
I'm crying at Jimmy Butler taking life seriously, bro. That shit is crazy to me. That don't even sound right.
he's like, I gotta get out of Miami.
He's like, I gotta get the fuck up out of here. And real, Jimmy, real. I'm proud that you recognize that. You've recognized that as a thing that you need to do. All right, so let's move on.
Final answer: who stands in our way? We do.
We do.
Injuries.
I agree.
And only injuries.
I agree.
That's the only thing because we should be number one.
I agree. All right, so moving on. We're gonna get into our first previews of the season.
Madness.
Boom, 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 boom. Previews of the season, man. If y'all don't know, if y'all here, if this is y'all first time being here, we do previews after every episode where we give our takes on how the week should go. Great year last year, man. We was picking wins out the ass. He's like, yo. I think this year we gonna keep a live tally of what we doing. So like during the preview we gonna have like score, you know what it looks like, right? All right, so let's get into opening night. Opening night at TD Garden, up in Boston. Knicks versus Celtics ring night. They did this on purpose to motivate us. To ensure that the ring is coming to the Garden. Ring night will be at the Garden next year. I love this. I love this being the first game. I can't lie to you. I'm unlike most people, right? I like to get the challenge out the way early. I don't like will he, won't he? You know, will they, won't they? That's not my bag, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's not my bag. Give me all the elite niggas early. I'm sorry. Give them all. I want to put my team up against them.
So nasty.
I love it.
Nasty.
I know. They could throw us some softballs. They could have did Knicks Hornets game 1 so that we could get a feel out for it.
Won't that be nice?
It would be. It would be nice. But that's just not how we do.
We'll still sell out the Garden. In all honesty, they could have waited a week for this.
Let's be clear. The Knicks have never had a marquee game to open the season ever. I mean, they have always had a marquee game to open the season. We are always playing somebody of the level. I don't matter if we've been 18 and 60 of last year. Like, we're going somewhere, whether it's to across the river to
Lakers, Miami, Boston.
Come on, man. It's New York, baby. It's New York. And and to be honest, I have a conspiracy theory that the Celtics got first pickings of who they wanted at their ring night, and I believe they chose us. I believe I know it with my heart of hearts. I know it in my heart of hearts. They wanted us, and guess what, Boston? I want you to. I do. I'm sorry. I can't lie to you. I need to see what we look like against these niggas. First of all, I have never been more well equipped in the player arsenal to deal with a team like Boston. If Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum come out and score 40 each, we might have a little issue. But we have Wingstop. I think that the odds will play out in our favor. And that's just my personal opinion. I think Jalen
got Wingstop under the hands of Tom Thibodeau.
Think about that. Who did Tom Thibodeau at one point had Jimmy Butler and Luol Deng, and that was his previous Wingstop. Like, that was his Wingstop early. And he didn't even have like elite defense, Jimmy Butler. He had young, scrappy, trying to get minutes, Jimmy Butler. You get what I'm saying? Like, he was He wasn't really out there with the intelligence. You got two.
He got two defensive candidates side by side.
D-boys. 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 They both won't get D-boy because they'll be fighting each other for it half the season. Legitimately. I want to see what that looks like against Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Those are the best wing tandem in the NBA. I am putting on the table, we got the best wing stop in the NBA. I want to see what it looks like. And I think that it is, I think it's an opportunity, right? To put the league on notice. Like, honestly and truly, I hear y'all with these 17th most likely to win championship rankings and shit like that. I need y'all to see what we about to do to your champion. I need y'all to see what we about to do to your champion. And I want it to look nasty. I want you to, let's be clear. Sean, the last time we played Boston in any basketball-related material, we smoked them by 40. Let's be, are we bugging here? Like, we were
30 and 3/4. Nope, I remember.
We were there. Yeah. We saw it on television. Yeah. OG Anunoby had both these niggas in jail. Just him.
Porzingis came back just for the Knicks.
And what happened? When Porzingis came back just for the Knicks? He got his ass whooped. And sat his ass down for another 3 weeks. Why you do that for? Remember?
And now we got Cat.
Come on.
He got a you a shooter.
Are we going bar for bar? Are we going bar for bar? Sean, that's all I'm asking. I'm gonna let you go. But are we going bar for bar? Wing tandem, wing shoot, wing stop. Porzingis, Carl Anthony Towns.
Yeah.
Who do you have for Jalen Brunson?
Holiday, Jalen Brunson.
Let's do it. Let's do it. It's him offs all over the place. I love it. It's like 5 different him offs going on, and I love it. Everybody pull up the seat.
And this is where we hit our only problem.
Talk to us.
Al Horford.
Josh
Hart.
Who they got for? These are real questions, though. These are real questions.
Right. That's where we get stuck. If I was able to say Al Horford, Mitchell Robinson, oh my God, I'm putting money on the books that we winning by at least 15. By at least 15. If I'm able to say Mitchell Robinson is starting there, but are we really gonna roll? This is my. We just lost Precious, maybe not. This is why I alluded last week while you saying Deuce McBride maybe in the lineup. I was like, maybe Precious because he's the closest we have to an actual power forward. But dog, that Al Horford part is where it messes me up at. Cat and Porzingis are going to go at it. Perfect, fine. Wingstop, perfect, fine. And then Brunson, perfect, fine. The matchups are all there and all works out except right there with Josh Hart and Al Horford. Do we start Huck Porty? We can't put Sims. Horford will tear Sims apart. Let's be honest here. Even though he's old, he's just smarter and he just knows how to play the game better.
He's old.
And let's put that out there. He's old.
You asking for 14 minutes of Al Horford.
Listen, have you seen the way Cat catches the ball when it's bounced past him? One hand, bro. He gets the ball. One hand. He has good hands. You know who don't have good hands? Sims and Mitch. They don't really have great hands.
No.
Sims does not have good hands.
His hands are actually worse.
It's worse. So when I see that out there, I'm like, I think it might be a Huck Porty night. We may need Huck Porty here to go against Horford. I could see that being a match that would be worth a damn.
I'm saying I agree with that. I think that if we looking at the fact that we got what? Our big man rotation is Cat, Precious, Sims
Huck Porty.
Sims Huck Porty. I think Huckporty, I think. See, this is the thing with Tibbs. Like you said, even with the campaign coalition, Tibbs be going with the veteran over the rookie. So I could see him giving Sims the first look at it in the first half, and if he looked nasty, it goes to Huckporty in the second and the third, right? Like I think that's what it looks like. Here's the thing with Al Horford. Al Horford is good at the sport. I'll give him that. I'll give him that for sure. I just don't see a world where Precious Achua doesn't play over 12 to 14 minutes. Like, if he plays, let's be clear, because the that's a hamstring right
The world today say he doesn't play, so there is a world.
Yeah. So, let's be clear at that. If Al Horford is the reason we get cooked, I can kind of live with that. Just in a way, because it's like, we're in...
Not that he's going to just draw the attention away, and then KP can then cook then. His presence, being the mismatch that it is going to draw in the help. That's going to allow the person to now be able to cook. It may be a high assist night for Horford, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree with that. And that's what happens when you have a smart basketball player on the court. I will say though, like that is while that's a conscious thing, right? What does it look like? Because are you going Derek White, Josh Hart? Because I don't think that works out for them. I don't think that's even the matchup. I think it's Derek White, Mikal Bridges. That's the matchup.
Nah, man. It has to be Josh Hart, Derek White. It has to be
Josh Hart, Derek White.
It got to be.
So yeah, if it's Al Horford and we're asking Sims, Huckporty, and Sims Huckporty to kind of deal with the fact that we have to deal with Al Horford. Somebody put in chat, Porzingis is out till January. Is he out till January? He might be.
Yeah. I just think that just now, like, wait, Porzingis isn't even playing. Yeah, he has a foot thing. Yeah, no, never mind. Never mind. We smoked 8 boots.
By 15.
8 boots.
By 15.
Hey, by 15. Hey.
Yeah, we having this discussion like Porzingis is here. Porzingis is not here. Porzingis is not here. Shout outs to the chat for catching that for sure.
For keeping us right.
But
I'm sorry. It's been a lot of 2K going on in between.
You've been seeing too much.
Every which way to see what this team and every team looks like.
Yeah. All right. So moving on. Yes. So I got us winning. This game.
Obviously now. Yeah, there's no KP. We have all the mismatch now. We smoked this. You kidding me? The lineup is now Brunson versus Drew, Josh Hart versus Derek White. Just out of heart alone, he's going to win that matchup.
I would love for Karl Anthony Towns to smoke the Celtics the same way Porzingis smoked us last year. Like,
he's
to
going
come
to
out the break.
The Celtics.
I'm telling you, like, you remember when Porzingis was out here and we was like, damn, it's really Porzingis though. Like, he really pulling from 35 in the corner. Right. It's like, bitch can't get out there at all.
And then Cat came and his first shot attempt of the preseason was exactly that shot.
I was like,
oh God.
Okay. I like this.
Sure.
I like this.
I like this. That now.
I like this a lot. Moving on. All right. So we got the man of the hour, man. We talk about home opener. Revenge tour starts today.
Oh my God. Get your tomatoes ready.
Yes. We got Tyrese fucking Halliburton and the fucking Pacers coming into the Garden for the home opener, a.k.a. Tyrese Young, apparently, because he's Trae Young's little brother.
We are going to slaughter them. Go ahead. Keep going.
All right. So, yes. I cannot even tell you how we are absolutely about to put pause on these Pacer niggas. I can't even lie to you. Here's the thing, right? As y'all know, I am anti-Tyrese Halliburton. He is the bane of my existence at points, to be absolutely honest with you. Not because he's good, because he's good, but because he's annoying. And that's the
He's
most
corny.
and he's corny, and he tried to be Trae Young, and at least Trae Young was also corny, but also had a little bit of sauce with his shit. You feel me? Like you go in, Trae Young
Respected Trae Young. We hate Trae Young.
Trae Young come over and start shivering and shit, and you're like, all right, that's kind of funny.
Yeah.
That's kind of funny. But with Tyrese Halliburton, he's out here trying to be the biggest cornball ever, and he's succeeded. I just want to put that on the table. He is succeeded. Did the Pacers get better? Is a conversation that needs to be had. They re-signed Pascal Siakam. We know Pascal is good. We know Miles Turner is good. And we know Tyrese Halliburton is good. But what we don't know is, are they really that good? Are they good enough to beat us? I don't think so at all. I think that Miles Turner, while good, is not better than Karl Anthony Towns. I think Tyrese Halliburton is really not better than Jalen Brunson whatsoever. It took Jalen Brunson absolutely getting cooked by the end of the series for them to come out in
injury.
7. Injured. Half for the second half, got injured in the second quarter, broke his hand. We were there. So
Preseason, our bench's bench beat LaMelo Ball. Playoffs, our bench and our bench's bench, the whole last season got a second seed, beat the Sixers, went 7 with the Pacers. This is not our bench's bench stepping out on the court, ladies and gentlemen.
mm-hmm.
This is what we were hoping we had last playoff run. This is our starting 5. And even if we're short 1, we have been short 4 and took over the East.
4.
Right? 4. If you need me to count it, Randall was out, Mitch was out, Dante was not a starter. He signed a $12 million bench contract. We traded away Grimes. We elevated him to starter.
Yep.
And OG was out.
Mm-hmm.
That's 4 starters out there gone and just Jalen Brunson.
Yep.
All right. And we did all of that to you. Jalen will be back, and he's bringing his friends. It couldn't be more on. It couldn't be more clear.
Yeah. I agree.
Like, dog, before when I spoke to you and I said our first 4 games is really so, like, why did the NBA do this to us? Can you imagine though if we won the next 4 games?
Yeah.
The next 4 games, ladies and gentlemen, are against the Celtics, the Pacers, the Cavs, and the Heat.
First 4.
First 4.
That's so crazy.
Boston, Pacers, Cavs, Heat. That's our first 4 games of the season.
Yep.
I just got reminded Porzingis is out. God, that feels like a win now, don't it?
Yeah.
And then the Pacers feels like a win just because of how dare you.
Yeah.
Like, what's Cavs? That's a win because Jalen Brunson is still him.
He's still
the Heat. They're not even the best in Florida. Dog.
I love it.
Oh, this is a hell of a year.
Oh, I'll tell you, it looks good. I like that's what I'm saying. You can look at it 2 ways. You can look at it 2 ways. You can look at it as, yo, we're out here. They gave us a tough 4 games to start the season off.
Right.
The reality of the situation is, for those teams, that's a tough game right there. Yeah, that's a tough game. You're not just walking into the Garden, or you're not just walking when we walking into the Garden and getting the victory.
Facts.
It feels like it's always felt like for the past 2 years, it's very difficult to get a win on the Knicks because we just don't die. We just don't die. You just never know. Somebody's gonna decide to be him in the 4th, and we get it close enough to be to on the flip side, we be selling leads as well. But what does it look like? What does it look like? I'm not going to talk about the other 2 games because we're going to talk about that next week. You know,
I'm coming to terms with the reality of everything right now, bro. Just like
it's hitting you live.
Yo, right now, y'all got my real first realization of how we looking. 4 games, like, it's only been 4 games. I can hear ESPN.
Yeah.
It's only been 4 games. But look at who they beat in those 4 games.
Yeah.
In those 4 games, they beat and Those would have been the teams, all the teams. The only person missing is Philly, and they beat them last year
Yep.
based on blah, 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 blah.
Yep.
Dog. Yo. Hot take, put the rent on the Knicks for something good and it's going to work. Because Vegas numbers got to change after the next 4 games.
Yep.
Woo.
It's gonna look all right. I told you, my hot take last week was it's gonna look spooky coming out the gate. It's gonna look spooky coming out the gate because we got all these teams that are considered relatively good teams, and if we walk out there and spank all 4 of these niggas is gonna start talking about us crazy. I'm just gonna put that out there. If we come out and spank all 4 of them, like, yo, I don't know about them Knicks, man. Them joints looking kind of nuts. They looking kind of nuts.
We gotta demolish Miami, son. Miami cost me Julius Randle in the championship last season, son. Like, they really messed up.
They made our dream deferred. They made our dream deferred.
They added uncertainty to us right now. Yeah. Like, we still now we got to fill our cat and make sure that we got equal or greater value, at least equal value.
The reality is that we have to fall in love with Cat or fall in hate with Cat. You've given us uncertainty to the point where we now have to make that decision. We got to start over. You know, we're finicky people. We are. That's Miami's fault,
son. Like, I'm mad at them for making me have to do this.
We are finicky people. It takes us a while. You got to prove to us. We already had proven people on our team. Now you introducing new people. I don't love it. I still don't love it, to be honest. But I've come to terms with it, and I think it still works.
They're going to learn. No, it's on now, dog. It's different. I'm over staring at the schedule right now. Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness. Come on. Only thing that can get in our way is us.
Yeah.
That's really it.
You said that.
That's it.
You said that. You absolutely said that. You said the only thing that can get in the way. The only thing is us.
Boston, Celtics, Pacers, Cavs, Heat, Pistons, Rockets, Hawks, Bucks, Pacers, Sixers, Bulls. Hey, yo, stop me when there's a team here we should lose to. Chicago, Brooklyn, Washington, Phoenix, Utah, Denver, Dallas. I'm going to stop at Dallas.
That's the team you think? Yeah.
We just got this. Luka got that magic still, and I got to watch out for that. And that's the only reason I paused at Dallas.
Yeah.
Dog, how many teams did I just rattle off?
A lot.
Was I wrong? Was I wrong in my quick assessment? What team?
You asking the wrong person.
Well, I'm glad I'm asking you. I want to ask the wrong person.
You don't sound crazy at all. You sound like a man that makes a lot of sense to me.
Where's the
Like, man, that makes a lot of sense to me.
Cool. Because we're gonna win defensive games. We're gonna be winning games 116 to 88.
Yeah.
Ooh. That's crazy. Our bench. Our end bench is gonna be getting minutes early all year. Oh wow. Damn, we're good.
Yep. I'm telling you, it looks spooky. It looks a little spooky. All right, so yeah, I think we both ended off with a 2-0 week. 2-0 week sounds good. I like how a 2-0 week sounds. I don't know about you, but.
Dog, I'm over here calculating what I got to do to get the 71 season. Give me a second. You do you.
All right, let's transition over to Knicks for Clicks. LOL Knicks. You already know. If you've been here before, you know how we do. Knicks for Clicks. LOL Knicks. Where Knicks fans say the darndest thing. Knicks haters say the darndest thing. We are back again with another season of these ridiculous takes. All right? So I want to talk about it because we both kind of had the same Knicks for clicks. I had a couple more, but I think that yours is so good that I'm willing to nominate it as the one that should cover the spread for the week. So there was a graphic. We can't find it. We'll post it later. Trust me. But there was a graphic that had the Knicks as the 16th best, most likely to win the championship, and it had teams over us like Cleveland. It had teams over us like Minnesota.
Miami.
I'm talking about like it was a lot of things, and I think obviously I think it's what I consider is the opposite of recency bias is like legacy bias. It's a lot of legacy bias going on out here, and
Right.
like what the fuck.
Like the Bucks ever had a legacy before of winning chips before Giannis did it.
They did it.
Like it's the craziest thing in the world.
Yeah, I don't know how to. I don't necessarily know how to even respond to some of these things because when I look at how we are seen in the media, you would have thought, right? You would have thought they would have saw what we've done throughout the years. You know, it's been a 4-year rebuild. We have made the playoffs.
Shit, forget rebuild, rebrand.
Rebrand, whatever you want to call it. That's what the streets call it.
Rebrand.
A 4-year rebrand. It's taken 4 years. We made the playoffs 3 out of the 4 years. Right? It would tell you, and a lot of people have said, you know, it was a feel-good story, the Knicks and stuff like that. Whatever. You get what I'm saying? We were better than most teams. At the very least, we were the top 8. We were a top 8 team the past 2 years in basketball.
Yes.
That's the truth. That's the truth. And that is based off where we second round exit 2 years in a row. Top 8 team in basketball 2 years in a row.
Yep.
So for you to tell me in any sense, in any graphic, if I'm telling you right now, I don't give a fuck what anybody talking about. In anything I want to see in your sports lines, if you got the Knicks anything below 9th, you're bugging. Let's just put that out there. You're bugging.
Yeah.
You're bugging. That just doesn't make sense. It don't make any type of sense. We were a 2 seed last year.
And you added room for hate.
Like,
Because 9th is ridiculous when you were their 2 seed last year. With your bench.
like, come on, son. Like, what are we doing here?
If Ja Morant is out for a year and his team is the 2 seed and then he's coming back,
Yes.
the talks would be of, can they be the 1 seed this year?
Yes. What are we doing?
What are we doing here? OG Macau Cat, what are we doing?
And we went.
Well,
and
you gave him
got
Jalen,
worse.
you gave him Julius to get Cat. Well, Julius wasn't on the court, so it's still a game.
We were still a 2 seed. We were a 2 seed. When Julius Randle got injured, we were a 6 seed. When Julius Randle, we then ended up a 2 seed. Because it didn't duck smoke. Let's be clear. Everything tells me this doesn't make sense. This doesn't make sense. Everything tells me this doesn't make sense. We were the only team that didn't duck. We only team that didn't duck smoke. We the only team.
True.
You put in all these teams.
We didn't have to win that game. We controlled if we faced Philly. We wanted Philly.
What did Cleveland do? Like, Cleveland is what got me mad. I just want to be clear. Like,
that's where it is. That's it. And I know we said all the time that we're not a pro Spider podcast.
We are anti.
Well, we're not trying to seem like haters either.
We are not.
I just don't understand the Cleveland climb all the time.
What did they do this offseason? Tell me, what did they do? They didn't add anybody. They re-signed Donovan Mitchell. They gave Evan Mitchell his money. They gave Jared Allen his money.
No, I was gonna say nothing. They did nothing. They didn't cross my timeline all summer. I didn't know. I was worried that I missed something.
Why are there still conversations that Donovan Mitchell is better than Jalen Brunson? Why is that still a conversation?
How is that a thing?
It is. They're telling you that Donovan
Mitchell
Mitchell
in the West.
They're telling you that Donovan Mitchell's team, a Donovan Mitchell-led team, has more of a chance of making the championship more than a Jalen Brunson-led team. That's what they're telling you. That's what they're telling you. This is what this Knicks for Clicks is. This Knicks for Clicks is telling you that there are lead teams. The Miami Heat is on here. What has Miami done? Like, it's things that's getting me so tight. We have put these niggas for 24 months straight, and y'all still trying to tell us that they're
casuals follow it. Casuals follow it.
What am I supposed to do?
You know how many people I have to listen to talk like this makes any sense because they seen some or heard somebody else say that it does? Just blindly believe that Cleveland is just better than the Knicks somehow?
Some way. Somehow,
Based
some
off
way.
of nothing? Oh, yo, yeah. They did nothing. They did nothing.
Come on now.
Even if we swap Cat for Julius and call it a wash. We swap Macau for Dante and call it a wash. We got OG coming back then. Then we got then just the addition of OG alone should be enough to be like, yeah, they got the edge. There's just no math. There's just no on any level to where it makes sense.
Like, be for real, bro. All this does is piss me off. All this does is piss me off. All this does is get me more and more aggy. I won't lie to you. All this does.
By the way, Celtics, Vegas got it. Celtics 1, OKC 2, Knicks 3.
That's good. I think that's a good way to look at it.
That's how I looked at it. That's how I
think
looked at it last week.
Yeah, I think the Thunder is the sleeper team. Although Isaiah Hartenstein out 6 weeks. Isaiah Hartenstein out 6 weeks. Broken head.
Yeah.
Broken head.
Which you get, we don't gain nothing. That actually could have been a Knicks for Clicks right there also. Yeah. Because people were cheering, oh, it's a good thing we traded him. A broken hand don't really work that way, dog. That's not fatigue. That's an incident that happened. That's a fluke something when that happens. Stop it. And we don't need OKC to do good or bad. We gain or lose nothing by what they do.
I found it.
You found it?
I found it.
Oh, Lord.
I was determined. I
gave up after 20. It was too much.
I was determined. Here we go, y'all.
Also send that. I need to look at that too.
Absolutely.
But I feel you.
I'm going to send it to you right now. Don't worry about it. So we got Basketball Power Index. This is Basketball Power Index. All right. We got... Hold on, let me pull up my photos. I want to make sure we could look at this as a family.
I hear you.
I want you to see it as well, you know? Because I need people to understand that this is the type of shit.
I can't believe it.
This is the type of shit we deal with on a daily basis. This is the type of shit we deal with on a daily basis, right?
Spider Mitchell. I got it. Yep. This was the ugly.
I hate y'all so much.
This was the ugly.
All right, here we go, y'all. Y'all not gonna see it, but we gonna run it. We gonna run it for you. We got you right here. Boom. So ESPN, notable, reputable resource. ESPN.
That's what made me mad. Wait, because those Vegas odds I just gave you came from ESPN Bet.
Yes. There you go.
It's like, listen to ESPN Vegas or ESPN analysts. Yeah. Like,
Well, that intrigues me, doesn't it? All right, so we got Boston Celtics, number 1. Oklahoma City Thunder, number 2. Philadelphia 76ers, number 3. The Dallas Mavericks, number 4. Here's where it gets crazy. The Cleveland Cavaliers, number 5. Number 6 is the Minnesota Timberwolves. Number 7 is the Denver Nuggets. Number 8 is the Milwaukee Bucks. Number 9 is the Miami Heat.
Unbelievable.
Like I told y'all, anywhere under number 8, under number 8, niggas is bugging. All right. Number 9, Miami Heat. Number 10, the Memphis Grizzlies.
They said
number
that out loud.
11, the Phoenix Suns. This is where we start getting spooky. Even spookier than number 5. Number 12, the Sacramento Kings. Sacramento Kings didn't make the playoffs last
year. They got my man DeRozan. They got DeRozan.
DeRozan has shot them up. DeRozan has shot them up. Here we go. Number 12. No, that was number 12. I'm sorry. Number 13, the Los Angeles Lakers. It's
Oh wow.
LeBron James.
Oh,
And Bronny James
wow.
is higher 40-year-old LeBron James and 19-year-old Bronny James Jr. They got it over us. Number 14.
Straight disrespect to wrap this up.
Hold on, let me finish it off. You got number 14, New Orleans Pelicans. That's Zion Williamson, who could never stay healthy. Brandon Ingram,
Wow.
who can't show up in the playoffs. Number 15, the Los Angeles Clippers.
How did he
Kawhi
make the
Leonard,
list still?
who was always injured. And number 16 to round it off. Let's be clear, the Knicks were number 17th on this list. That's not just to bury the lead. The Knicks were number 17 on this list. Number 16, the Houston Rockets. Ladies and gentlemen, the Houston Rockets have a higher chance of the NBA championship than
The second seed New York Knicks.
that's what they tell us.
That added
That's what
Mikal
they-
Bridges
That's
and
what
Carl
they
Anthony
tell
Towns.
us. That is what I was told, sir.
I'm so grateful that you found this.
This is hate.
I was
I was just
because this was the
determined.
most
I was so
absurd thing
I was so
I've
determined.
heard in
No.
forever.
This is silly. Let's be clear. This is what silliness is. This is what silliness is. This is what they want us. This is how they want us to get angry. They want us to be foaming at the mouth over things like this.
Because New York drives ratings. I'm telling you, Liberty is going to save the WNBA. Wait, one game away. Wait for it. Wait for it.
It's crazy, bro. I can't lie to you. That's really something that I did not expect to deal with, honestly. Like, I did not expect to see that at all. To be honest. Like, I thought that at the very least we would have some form of decency when you're dealing with certain things like this. But that just wasn't the case for us. Let's be clear. It just wasn't the case. We weren't meant to Yo, this is hate, bro. I can't lie to you. I can't get over how much hate this shit is. This is real hate. This is not the fake hate that they talk about when you dealing with other shit. This is real hate. Wait.
Miami Heat and Memphis really blew minds. And the Clippers and Rockets,
Oh no. This is so much hate. Nah, I got it loaded up for the people because I had to let them see it. Them see it. All right. So here we go. We got the list.
Oh, I love
We got
this.
the list.
Yes.
The list is for y'all. So y'all can see it in its entirety.
Yo, screenshot it. I want to be there for the screenshot that right there. Yes. That foolishness.
Oh man.
I'm giving y'all different looks for it, so you.
Yo, that is nasty work. This is what they want us to. This is how they see us. I want y'all to know that this is how they see us, right? Top 17 team in basketball, y'all. Top 17 team.
Second in the East.
Let's
How
go.
we second? How many other East teams they put ahead of us? Lord, like, did they not watch last year? Like, most of those teams they put ahead of us didn't get any better.
They didn't.
Or their major acquisitions have just recently gotten injured. And their star player has decided they're not playing back-to-backs anymore. I mean, what are y'all talking about? We're concerned about Mikal Bridges is going to survive playing every Tibbs minute because we know our players are playing every game that they can play.
Yep.
Like, we know we're giving it all every game. We were not supposed to lose that preseason game last night.
We weren't.
Tibbs yelled at everybody. He threw a chair across the room. He flipped the table. We was not supposed to lose that game last night by 1 point in a turnover at the end. Ah, come on.
It's nasty.
Come on.
It's nasty.
Philly?
Philly is nasty.
How can Philly be better than anyone if they're not playing their best players all the time? How can they still be up there? How can they mathematically? So explain that to me. If you have an MVP player, but now he's now going to miss 20% of games because He's monitored injury,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. 17th.
How do you make that up over there? Where's the
17th, bro? It's so crazy.
Yeah, and then Paul George injured himself in an awkward way.
17th, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah. But I'm the crazy one. No, it's nasty. It's nasty. And then something foolish happens midway. And I think I'm wise as hell, dog. I think I'm spitting.
Yeah.
I think I've been spitting gospel this whole time. This whole time. The teams I worry about, y'all should be worried about too. I didn't say Orlando in that whole stretch of games.
They're under us. They're under us. they're like 19th.
Oh, I'm not even talking about which is also bizarre to me as well. But I'm not even talking about this right here. When I ran down the schedule and all the teams we played that we should beat, I didn't say Orlando yet. We didn't play Orlando yet.
Yep.
I would have showed respect to that team. All those other teams is food. Like, we should be dominating this shit right now. Oh, yo, it's crazy. Yo, it's actually very crazy right now. It's like, try to be humble or something while enjoying this, because it should get spooky.
It should.
For the entire NBA.
I agree. It should get spooky.
Ooh.
There is a spookiness that should happen.
Damn, Porzingis is out. Oh, God. Whew.
All right, so, man, that's the episode, man. We did it again. Shout outs to...
I've enjoyed that one.
Yes.
I can't wait to listen to it later.
Yes, thank you guys for tuning back into the Knicks and Six Pod. Follow us everywhere at Knicks and Six Pod. Know that it's brought to you by the Smooth Family Network. Cha. Follow us everywhere at Smooth Family ENT. You can follow me everywhere at Frostman Guru. And y'all already know Sean will find you, man. Once again, Sean, chat is looking good. We out here touching over 100 views and stuff like that. People are tuning
look at that.
in.
That's what's up.
Look at that, man.
Hey, salute to y'all. I'll listen. After we do our fantasy basketball draft.
Yes, indeed. We're going to start.
And after we get that out the way and we prepare for post-game recaps and things of that nature, then I'll set that up on there, because the way we're set up for this year is business for everybody.
Yes, love
Nobody gets to take a break.
Love it.
Everybody's playing on Tibbs minutes right now.
Right?
All right. So don't worry. We gonna be there. We gonna link up.
Yes, indeed. It's a beautiful thing. I think we'll do fine. Appreciate everybody for tuning in, as you guys always do. Make sure y'all follow us everywhere, because, like you said, seasons get ready to start. We're going to be doing a lot more stuff on IG Live. We're going to be doing a lot more stuff, like, especially them post-game recaps, because as y'all see, we are at 157, and we didn't talk about, we usually go further than this. So we trying to break this down into some more digestible stuff. So we're going to be putting a lot of the recaps, immediate reactions, like right after the game on IG Live. We're going to hop on IG Live. Make sure y'all tune in with us and recap the game in real time, so y'all can get the raw emotions of it, and maybe we'll talk about it on the long form.
I might watch some games with y'all on IG Live. I might just pop in on that, like, yo, check the stories. Like, oh, we're going to just broadcast it live, just talking about it. Like,
Yes, indeed. I can't wait. Honestly, it should be a good time. If NBA League Pass ever decided to remove the blackouts from from the area, we might even do some live shit. That might be cool. But shout outs to everybody, and we will see y'all next week for week 2 of the shit. I can't wait. So holla at y'all. Peace.